You're looking at one of the most unusual buildings in the West, the whole country for that matter. It's a school, Westwood Elementary School. What it is a stunning model of energy efficiency, good indoor air quality, and a thermally, visually, and acoustically comfortable learning environment second to none. Its design is so unusual, it marks the beginning of an entirely new breed of schools called healthy, high-performing schools. High-performance schools are facilities that improve the learning environment while saving energy, resources, and money. In a nutshell, these schools are vastly more energy efficient than the typical schools we're used to, but at the same time, far more comfortable and pleasing to be in. Westwood is one of 13 schools in the country that are LEED certified, which means the US Green Building Council has given it its highest stamp of approval for environmental friendliness and energy efficiency. Additionally, the school district was the recipient of the highest indoor air quality award from the EPA. This particular school uses 52% less energy to heat, cool, and operate than other code-based buildings. Notice the ceilings are higher where the windows are, and then taper down. This keeps the natural light evenly distributed. You'll notice many of the lights aren't even on. Nope, they're not burnt out. Sensors determine how much artificial light is needed, turning off unnecessary fixtures, saving energy. Because so much natural daylight floods in, you need a lot less artificial lighting. 95% of the indoor space has line of sight to the outside, so you need a lot less electricity. It's also a great learning environment. Only when you've been cooped up in a conventional schoolroom will you notice these things. The comfort level inside is dramatically improved over mere conventional schools. Because of this, a radically unique ventilation system you just have to experience to believe. Basically, it keeps air flowing, highly filters it, and very efficiently keeps it at proper temperature, actually using the humans themselves as a source to heat it. You'll never understand the concept of circulating air until you've experienced this firsthand.
Initially, the school board and administration have to decide what type of building they're going to build, either a traditional building or a high-performance building. People think that a high-performance building is going to cost more. That's not necessarily true, because if, for example, you super insulate your building, then you can reduce your costs in the mechanical. When you reduce your costs in your mechanical, it's not only an upfront reduction, but you will also save money every year from that point on, because it costs less to operate smaller, less equipment. There are many studies that show that a better school environment, natural daylighting, and good air contribute to success in buildings. 25 to 30% increase in scores.
It's been demonstrated time and time again. Students learn better in healthy, high-performing facilities like Westwood.
There are a number of free resources available to your school district officials, as well as parents and teachers and others can get their hands on these great materials. One of which, for example, is the Tools for Schools program from the US Environmental Protection Agency. A great example of how a school can go about implementing clean air, healthy air programs and systems into the school. There's also a program called Design Tools for Schools that districts can use for building new buildings. Great resources that are available free of charge to anyone that wants them. A great opportunity for your school districts to study those resources and put those practices and put those concepts into practice at the school.
I didn't realize what daylighting and fresh air was like until I had worked here for a while and gone back to my old schools for a visit. Then I could appreciate what we had here. The very first thing that students new students notice when they come here is the daylighting and the big windows. They comment on that. That's the first thing they will say.
A healthy environment doesn't start with one place or organization or one decision. It requires many groups, agencies, and individuals from all levels of government and the private sector. An educated, enthusiastic public is always needed to responsibly demand change, all addressing healthy, high-performance school issues.